Hi there. It's Friday, and I have to report in that I got to experience a little miracle this morning. I Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I go to the gym and I belong to a class, and we have coaches, and it's all resistance training. So we're using dumbbells and kettlebells and stretchy bands and all sorts of stuff. Do lots of squats. That seems to be the thing. Squats, and now this week has been the week of lunges, which I don't really like, but anyhow. That's besides the point. I don't like them because I need them. But one of the exercises they had us do today, I forget, I think it's called the farmer's carry. You're just essentially holding a weight in your hand, and this it's called a kettlebell. It's kinda shaped ovally, and it's a handle at the top, and there's the heavy weight right here, and I was carrying a 20-pound weight, and I've when I first started, I could only do 5. So now I can do 20, which is good, and the whole thing with doing this, you just walk you're just walking back and forth, you go like 15 feet, and then we switch hands and walk back 15 feet and switch hands and walk 15 feet. Keep doing that for a certain period of time, then we take a little break and then repeat it. We do that 4 times, and, it's by holding it just in one hand at a time, it's causing you to strengthen your back because you have to hold yourself straight while your body's being pulled in one direction, so it's really good for lateral muscles in your back. It doesn't look like much of an exercise, but it's working things in your back. So, I had done a couple tracks back and forth and taken a break, and the one of the times when I stopped, I was at the end of the gym where the benches are, where we sit to change our sneakers, and I thought, "I don't need to put this kettlebell on the floor, I can just put it here on this bench and save myself the up and down motion," and talk about lazy, right? So, anyhow, I put it on the bench, and I'm just standing there waiting my 15 seconds of rest before I start walking again, and all of a sudden, I had this tremendous pain in my foot. What happened is the kettlebell rolled off the bench and landed on my foot. That was 20 pounds. This thing rolled off and boom, right on my foot. And immediately, now listen, and I think this is key. This is key. Immediately, I bent over and started praying for my foot. I've had some other little injuries where I've twisted an ankle or something, and immediately I just pray for it. So I was put my hand on my foot and I told the pain to go, I told the damage to go, I told the bruising to go, I told any broken bones to go, any cracked bones to go, anything. I just kept telling it all to go. And then I stood up and took my kettlebell and started to walk. And it hurt for about 20 to 30 seconds and then it was gone. Now, I probably should have smashed some toes with that thing landing on my foot like that, and it should certainly have still hurt. It doesn't hurt. It feels fine, and I think it's pretty amazing that it was healed in that moment right then, and I came home and I told Chris about it. I said, this is," I said, "I experienced a healing today. Here's what happened." And we were both quite amazed about it, but in thinking about it, I think one of the things that really helped was that my immediate thought was God, in that this needs to be dealt with spiritually. This is, I didn't swear, I didn't get fearful, I didn't grumble and complain. Instead, it was immediately God focused to praying and healing. And I think that's one of the things that helped because I've had some burns in the past where immediately prayed, and the burn was completely healed. And that happened several times. I was being attacked by a neighbor's dog, turned immediately, no, and just it was a godly thing, just no, and the dog stopped. It's interesting when we consume ourselves with God, when we are consumed with Him and are in relationship with Him, he comes to mind first off. We don't first off go to ourselves and think, "Well, what do I need to do?" Instead, "God, what do I need to do? We're asking him, not trying to figure it out in our own strength. Do I do this in every place in my life? No, not yet. I wish I did, but I'm working on it. And this is one of those times where it worked because I was in the right place with God. And I just wanted to share with you because I thought that was pretty exciting. And I'm continue to praise God and thank God for the healing He has given me that I've received for my gallbladder. I keep praising Him that the doctors are going to be confounded. And, I'm not trying to do anything special to heal my gallbladder. I want to see what God has for me when He said, receive my healing. I want to receive His healing and not be trying to do this in my own strength. I want to trust Him for the healing that He has for me. So I thank Him for that. Oh, and I'm getting a phone call. So I'm going to scoot. You got the good news. Bye bye.